We're going to turn now to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, saying it arrested more than 8,200 people between January 22nd and January 31st after President Trump was inaugurated. Now, for 7 days, our ABC News reporters will be on the ground across the country on the front lines of the sweeping immigration changes. First, Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman went inside the Coast Guard's heightened new patrols along the California coast. He is there at the Coast Guard station for us right now. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. With the Trump administration vowing mass deportations and crackdowns along the border, as you mentioned it, the U.S. Coast Guard has been ramping up operations. And this is the helicopter that we flew over the maritime border here with Mexico yesterday. It's part of that surge.
In the air and on the water, we spent the day with the Coast Guard as they patrolled the U.S.-Mexico border off San Diego. The area of operation vast.
There's still a lot of water, and it can be very difficult to identify vessels.
You're right there. You can see the beginning of the border wall between the U.S. and Mexico. You can see it jutting out into the ocean. This is part of the daily patrol of the U.S. Coast Guard as well. That fence just ends because of how rugged these mountains are. But by far, the most dangerous way to cross from Mexico to the U.S. is over the ocean.
Over the last several weeks, the U.S. Coast Guard finding dozens of migrants in these small vessels.
Hands up! Hands up!
The Coast Guard encountering about 350 migrants a month off San Diego.
Almost all these pursuits and interdictions and encounters, they take place pitch black offshore.
And to ensure they can do it safely, the Coast Guard practices these encounters.
Incredible how close these boats get when they make those turns.
Sirens screaming, the boats turning those corkscrews in San Diego Bay.
They try to make these scenarios as real as possible. What's going on now is they're chasing that boat, which is non-responsive, and they're going to try to get in front of it.
It's basically a dogfight on the water. They fire those warning shots, then use a paintball gun and practice disabling the engines.
All right, go forward.
And then they board.
The operators of the vessels have very little regard for their safety, for the safety of the individuals that are on board their vessels.
Now, overall, across the U.S. border with Mexico in 2024, encounters with migrants was way down. Not so much in this sector, but as the rest of that border continues to be sealed up, there is concern in the Coast Guard that it could cause a so-called balloon effect, pushing more migrants to try the incredibly perilous journey to the U.S. by sea. Guys.
Very legitimate thing there, Matt. Thank you.